I'm Bob Hogensen, host of Destination Treasure Coast. I'm here smack dab in the middle of one of the most vibrant small towns in all of the Treasure Coast. Downtown Jensen Beach is buzzing with excitement as the already popular area with locals and tourists alike is going through a sort of renaissance as established businesses are renovated and growing and new businesses are seemingly popping up every day. Come with me as we check out what's cool to do in Jensen Beach. Wow, what a view. How many downtowns can say they have a view like this? Just feet from the exciting entertainment district of downtown Jensen Beach, you get views of the intracoastal like no other. It's no wonder why John Lawrence Jensen immigrated here from Denmark in 1888. This view, or the milder temperatures, it's gotta be cold in Denmark in December. Anyhow, Jensen, whom the town is named after, needed the warmer weather to start his pineapple plantation. And after a decade of building up his business, the town of Jensen was shipping out over 1 million boxes of pineapples each year. Ultimately, the pineapple industry declined in the 1920s, but the legacy of the pineapple lives on here in Jensen Beach. You can see it in business names, street signs, really signs all throughout the area. But perhaps the biggest honor bestowed upon this spiky fruit that is neither a pine or an apple is the super popular annual Pineapple Festival that brings thousands to celebrate with carnival rides and a midway, music, performances, and parades. It's really one of the premier events in all of Martin County each year. And that's really just the beginning of all the fun. The annual Taste of Jensen brings out foodies from all over the area, and every Thursday right here downtown, local artists display their works at the popular Jammin' Jensen. All right, enough with all this history and backstory. We're here to talk about what's going on today in Jensen Beach. And that story all starts right here at this intersection where Mulligan's Beach House Bar and Grill, the popular and long-standing restaurant, is getting a makeover. The first thing you'll notice about Mulligan's Beach House Bar and Grill these days, beyond the cool tiki-covered tables for al fresco dining, is all the construction.
These gentlemen are building a stairway going up to the Sky Bar, which is going to be up on top. It's going to be about, the tip is going to be about 30 feet high.
Mulligan's owner, George HART, shows off his grand expansion and renovations at the ever-popular restaurant in the heart of downtown Jensen Beach.
So we're putting a second floor on the front of the building. So we're going to have a Sky Bar with a fire pit and a big bar upstairs, and downstairs is going to be a beautiful patio.
The new touches will add to the already great atmosphere at this family restaurant. It has been the ubiquitous hotspot for many seeking a great breakfast, lunch, or dinner for the last 15 years in Jensen Beach. As a local resident himself, George says Jensen Beach is the perfect place for him.
Well, it's a quaint little town we've come to love, and people that come here know it's an unusual place. It's different from every other place in Florida.
And many choose Mulligan's time and time again for the large menu with tons of options and the friendly and prompt service.
You can stop by and say hello to my lovely girls over here. You can walk over and check out our great menu, the flatbreads, the salads, tacos, wraps, all the way to steaks and pasta and sandwiches. We got a little bit for everybody. So the food here is amazing, but really the big winner, thank you, Miss Katie, is the Beach House Bloody Mary. The thing is amazing, and it's really what they're known for. The shrimp, the olives, the big, tall, awesome glass. And I'd be lying if I said I hadn't had one of these before, but if you like the bloodies like I do, you gotta come check it out. Currently, there are 6 Mulligan's restaurants in Florida, and George says they hope to expand to 20 within the next 6 years. He says all that success, it all just depends on a simple formula.
And providing a family restaurant on the water, I think, is something that most places don't provide. So we have kind of stuck to our system. We built a successful system. We bring it all over the state. We get involved in the communities. We give back. We hire a lot of young people from the community. And, you know, we try to just do a consistent business and give people a good value for what they're paying for.
Destination Treasure Coast is brought to you by the Martin County Office of Tourism and Marketing. For more information, visit our website at discovermartin.com and find us on social media using the hashtag DiscoverMartin.
So I'm from the Pacific Northwest, where there's basically a coffee stand on every corner. It's not really like that out here, probably because it's not as cold and rainy. It's actually beautiful and nice in the middle of the winter here. Anyways, just because there isn't a drive-through coffee stand in your backyard doesn't mean that there aren't some awesome, locally owned, delicious coffee shops nearby. As a matter of fact, one of the friendliest and tastiest coffee shops around is right here in Jensen Beach.
To sit down for a cup of joe at Bunkhouse Coffee Bar in Jensen Beach is like sitting down with an old friend.
And I love the fact that coffee can bring people together in like such a unique way. It's pumpkin puree with nutmeg, cinnamon. I have the bar set up like this here so people can sit and we can have, you know, I can have a relationship with my customers.
Owner Kelly Adams, who says she can't remember a time in her life when coffee wasn't prominent, loves what the flavorful roast can do for a community.
Just the fact that people can come in and it doesn't matter what social class you're from, how much money you make, where you're from, anything like that, but people all love coffee. So you can come in, have a cup of coffee, you never know who you're gonna meet.
Originally from Idaho, her father gave her the business sense that she uses today.
He said, if you're gonna have your own business, pick something that everybody wants and needs but nobody's doing.
So a few years after moving to South Florida, she opened a mobile coffee stand called the Coffee Girls. It was successful, but Kelly was looking for something more permanent. A chance day trip to Jensen was all she needed.
There's such a strong sense of community here, which is really important to me. And I felt right at home, so here I am.
She took over this literal bunkhouse that used to house soldiers during World War II at the former Camp Murphy Army Base in Martin County.
I think history is really important, and there's so much history in this area that I thought it would be really cool to keep, you know, some of the history in the name and keep it involved in our business.
Only open since November, she's already getting quite a lot of kudos for her cappuccinos.
So Kelly says she's got the best coffee anywhere. Of course, that means I have to taste it myself. And it is excellent. As a matter of fact, she just won Best Beverage at the annual Taste of Jensen, and that's going up against all those alcoholic concoctions, so you know it's gotta be good.
Her Java actually comes from a company based in her hometown in Idaho. She says the excellence in her espressos comes from the way the Evans brothers attain their beans.
All their coffee is organic, it's all fair trade coffee, and what makes it so unique is that it's all naturally processed and washed. So there's no chemicals involved in any of the process.
Beyond the luxurious lattes and caffeinated cafe mochas, she offers a variety of vegan and gluten-free treats to tantalize your taste buds, all made from hand by Kelly herself. And when you stop in, you'll feel immediately at home, just as her beloved dog Lil does in this quaint little corner of the county.
And everybody is still so close-knit with each other and helpful, and it's so unique. There's nowhere else like it. There really isn't, and it's special.
And finally, our trip to Jensen Beach would not be complete without a visit to our favorite sidewalk bar. The beer is ice cold, the scenery is sublime, and their local fresh fish dishes are to die for. We're checking out one of the newest spots on the block, Lure's Riverfront Restaurant.
It's the dream of many a drink mixer to own their own bar one day. For John Walker and a couple of pals, that dream has literally come true.
Most people who bartend always kind of have the idea of wanting to have their own bar or restaurant, so I guess something just hit us right one day and we decided just to take that leap.
That leap turned into downtown Jensen Beach's newest hotspot. John and two buddies opened Lure's Riverfront restaurant in the summer of 2016.
I'm just trying to do our own thing, trying to add to the area, some unique, some authentic Florida, some authentic to the area.
Born and raised in Jensen Beach, John says when the idea came about to open their own spot, it was never a question as to where they would go.
Jensen just has that local, you know, it's just like a small town. Everyone's like a big family. It's very laid back. You know, there's a lot of cool people in this area, a lot of nice people, and I wouldn't leave, never.
With such a love for the area, it's no wonder John wanted to be part of the new growth in Jensen. While not directly on the main drag, the restaurant sits in a prime spot.
I think we've extended downtown Jensen over a block now. So the idea would be now that hopefully this street will be maybe someday full of restaurants as well.
John says the new fishing and seafood themed restaurant has a simple motto. That's to keep it simple and keep it fresh.
And just really stressing on the food being fresh, like fresh fish every day, burger patties that are not frozen, homemade everything, you know, most of our sauce and dressings are made in-house.
John and his two partners employ 23 people at the restaurant. He says the success of the establishment starts with them.
The vibe of the employees is important to me, as well as the vibe of the guests, something laid back, people that are good people. I think everyone here has a good heart, everyone's a hard worker.
So while the food here is awesome and the service is second to none, it's really this bar outside on the sidewalk that is the heart of the restaurant with a full menu that you can just walk up, sit down and get. You can watch any game on the TVs. This bar outside is the place to be.
That'd definitely be the centerpiece of the restaurant. It doesn't stop out there. You know, we say we're open at 7 a.m. every day and the outside bar goes till whenever.
So when you do go there, you know it's going to be all heart and local love going into your meal.
I guarantee the food is fresh and they're going to have great service. That's we just keep it really simple.
Well, that wraps it up from Jensen Beach. I had a great time hanging out and I hope you did too. Keep an eye out for our next episode of Destination Treasure Coast. I can't wait to show you where we go next. For MCTV, I'm Bob Hogensen. And it is amazing. As a matter of fact,
Great, George. Oh, I'm already looking over there.
An awesome spot to catch the game, have a blah, blah, blah. It just won the annual beverage. Ding. Hi, I'm Bob Hogensen, host of Destination. Thanks. That's always good. Just won the beverage award at the annual Taste of Jensen. Anyways, amazing. I'm not gonna lie and say that this is the first one I've ever had because I've certainly had a few of them. That sounds too much like an alcoholic. So much pressure, all these people listening to me. What's up, friend?
Leaving.
How are you? Did you just stand back there with a big sign? I need like, the big cue cards. Boy, no, you don't want to give me a coffee every time I screw up because we'll be here like all day. I'll end up taking all the coffee from you.